Hello, my name is METİN. This is 242nd part of explanation of my theory. According to my theory and my formulas, astrophysicists, only a single black hole can produce gravitational waves, and CMBR, cosmic microwave background radiation spectrum, is originated from a single black hole at present. There are wrong general ideas in astronomy. One of that, gravitational waves come from two merging black holes. The other is, cosmic microwave background radiation is a remnant light, which is originated from an epoch that have actualized 13.3 billion years ago. 1. Black holes are open-ended, intrinsic, giant electron motion forms of meta-sensation perception matter. If you want information, theory that I put forth about electron motion forms, there are full of in our former videos. I advise you to, if you want, to watch these videos. Black holes are open-ended intrinsic giant electron motion forms of meta-sensation perception matter. They have certain initial wavelengths. When they are free, they produce and propagate successive, spherical, ring-shaped light waves. In other words, gravitational waves. And of course, they have masses. These successive waves are sources of all continuous spectra. CMBR spectrum is one of these spectra. CMBR, cosmic microwave background radiation, is originated from a moving black hole with a certain initial wavelength. 2. Gravitational waves are nothing but light waves of giant electron motion forms. In other words, black holes. 3. When two electron motion forms make joint motion with each other, their cyclical motions go on only at first cycle, but in that case, they cannot produce and propagate successive waves. Similarly, when an electron motion form make joint motion with proton, it cannot produce and propagate successive light waves. These are proton-bound electron motion form, which I named. Bound electron motion forms are passive electron motion forms. They cannot produce light spontaneously. Only they can produce and pour out a single wave pulse under the temporary influence of each of effective free electron motion forms, successive light waves. Single wave pulses are the sources of characteristic emission or absorption lines. Therefore, gravitational waves In other words, I'm so sorry, therefore, gravitational waves, in other words, successive light waves, cannot be produced and propagated by two merging black holes. In other words, by two binding electron motion forms. Yes, for when a free electron motion form in motion, its successive waves, point wavelength, point velocity, point angular momentum, yes, point linear velocity, point energy, etc. change, vary in each direction at each point on the wave's surfaces. Yes. 5. As a giant electron motion forms, black holes seem in motion usually as they rotate around their own motion arrows axis. As a giant electron motion forms, black holes seem in motion usually as they rotate around their own motion arrows axis. This type motion of black holes leads them to produce and propagate spiral-shaped light waves, in other words, gravitational waves. When we look at two-dimensional bidirectional section of electron motion form and its waves. 6. Eventually, each surface point of light waves of free black holes. Eventually, each surface point each surface point of light waves of free black holes, in other words, each surface point of gravitational waves of free electron motion forms, giant free electron motion forms, has different wavelength, different wave velocity, different mass, different angular momentum, different linear velocity, different energy. But frequency is constant. This means spiral gravitational waves affect our measuring tools in each direction and location differently also. This has nothing to do with fictitious warped spacetime. Accidental colliding two merging black holes couldn't achieve these regularities. And CMBR, cosmic microwave background radiation, come from at present produced and propagated light waves of a black hole that is going on this action. There must be more CMBR-like, cosmic microwave background radiation-like spectra from different black holes also. Have a good evening. See you later.